So everyone, you may have logged into Baro today and you notice the new Void surplus item isn't here. That's because they have to actually update the game with Isleweaver to get that into the game. So if you're wondering about that, that's coming in another 2 weeks at the next Baro tier after the Isleweaver update. And if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, Warframe quickly talked about on their dev short, and I talked about this on one of my videos, a new item coming to Baro tier. They goofed up the explanation a little bit, but the TLDR is it is a one purchase per Baro visit item, and it's a loot box that drops a ton of pretty decent items, I would say. So they have the list over here. The legendary tier is actually a legendary core as well as a one-time Baro tier module Signa, I believe. So let's quickly just talk about this. Baro tier will drop or sell a void surplus item for 50,000 credits every time he shows up. You can only buy one. There is no pity system. Warframe talked about the pity system in it, but there isn't actually a pity system. They messed up on the dev stream. So the only item you can get one time is the Signa. If you get that, everything else is still available except the Signa. Every week, think of it like a sortie, you know? It's just you buy it, you get an item drop. The possible drops for common are 2x Forma, Orokin Catalyst Blueprint, Orokin Reactor Blueprint, Exilus Warframe Adapter, and an Exilus Weapon Adapter. That's not bad, right? Blueprint. No, the Exilus Warframe and Weapon Adapters are adapters, and then the Orokin Catalyst and Reactors are blueprints. Sorry, it's a little hard to read sometimes. The uncommons are a bunch of 24 hours. One's a 24-hour affinity booster, 24-hour credit booster, I think 24-hour resource booster, 24-hour resource drop chance booster, and then I think a 24-hour mod drop chance booster. And then you can see all of the rares here. It's really hard to see because they recorded off their camera during the dev short, so it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. The rare one is 15,000 Endo, 10x Universal Medallions, 35,000 Kuva, 1,000 Orokin Ducats, 10 Aya, or an Omniforma. And I mean, all in all, that's not bad. They could still update or change the final amount, so don't be too surprised if they end up doing something like that. But there it is. That's what it is. And you pull it once a week and you just kind of get stuff. So no pity system outside of the Signa. The Signa is the only thing you can get one time and then no more. And it's just a loot box you buy for 50,000 credits once every Baro. So you can get, yeah, not a ton every year, like 26. So cool, cool. And then at the very end, they pulled it. There's an animation that comes along with it. And I think they crashed the game. Look at that. Oh, they open it? Look at that. It's so cool. No, they don't crash the game. They get a 24-hour affinity booster. Yay. Not bad, not bad. So that is actually coming next Baro. I just quickly wanted to make this video to fully remind everyone that the new Baro item, the new Void surplus item, next Baro, and then once it starts coming out, yay, we get a loot box every Baro, so we'll start pulling our Baro loot box. People are being really weird about that because they're goofing a loot box. They're like, oh, they're gonna release paid loot boxes. And you know what? Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe Warframe's gonna get 10-cented so hard. Hopefully they don't. But I mean, this isn't any different than having Vosper shops where it's just RNG. That's most RNG shops. It's not that bad. People are being goofy about it because Warframe's memeing the shit out of it being gambling, but I mean, it's just another random drop, so whatever. It's not a big deal. Just think of it like a weekly sortie drop chance. It's the same fucking shit, so don't worry about it. Y'all are being goofy. It's not a big deal. If they ever start charging bullshit platinum loot boxes, roast the shit out of them, of course. But other than that, nah, this is just a cool item, so can't wait to get it. Cheers.